Hello everybody, this is Howard Partridge, and I just want to wish you a great Labor Day weekend. It's Labor Day in case you're watching this after Labor Day. I'm here in my kitchen and I've got one of my favorite foods right here, which is watermelon. I am blessed to live in Houston, where Hempstead is just up the road, and this is like the best watermelon in the world. So if you're ever in the area, and there's a reason that I have this watermelon out here other than the fact that my wife and I took a drive in the country. I'm going to give you a tip that has to do with this watermelon, but my wife and I took off yesterday and drove out in the country and went and got watermelon and went and got plants and stuff. It was just a beautiful afternoon, and it was really great. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Superman t-shirt, getting ready for connections. And, find your superpowers and be a hero and all that good stuff. So, looking forward to that. In fact, I'm going to share on this video what I'm going to actually be teaching at Connections. But first, watermelon. Well, what I want to share with you today is a very powerful tip if you take it to heart. One of the things that I teach people is that the number one reason that small business owners don't grow or do as well as they could is because of FTI, failure to implement. However, once you begin to implement some things, there are some right and wrong ways to implement things. For example, I love this watermelon, but I got to go 45 minutes one way to get it. So I don't really go that often to get it, plus it's got a lot of sugar in it. But I decided one year, a couple years ago, that I was going to try to grow this stuff myself. So it obviously has good seed there, and I went out and planted it in the backyard, actually in the flower bed. I'm not a gardener, and I can't grow anything except for businesses, okay? And the thing is that, some sprouts came up, surprisingly enough, and some little watermelons. In fact, one of the watermelons got about that big and about that big around, but not nearly as big as one of their smallest. This is one of their smaller melons. Not nearly. It never even made it to this point. And the reason is because I put it in the flower bed. I didn't create the environment that it really needed. I didn't get the right soil at the right temperature and whatever it is that you got to do. I don't even know. I mean, I read a little bit about it, but I'm just not a gardener. You guys are probably laughing. That's just me. But the thing is that I do grow phenomenally successful businesses, and one of the things that I have seen is that people will make the same mistake in their business. What they do is they say, oh, I sent that direct mail piece and it didn't work. Well, why didn't it work? Did you send it to the right people? Did you have the right copy? Oh, I tried a referral reward program, it didn't work. Well, how did you implement it? In fact, I know people all around the country, been coaching for over 12 years now. And so I know cleaners and small business owners all over the country, some of them in the same town. In the same town, you have one guy who says, man, I've tried everything, nothing works, customers don't want to pay the price, the economy, yada, 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 and he's not successful. Same town, another guy who has no more skills or talents than this guy, maybe skills but not talents, and this guy is very successful. He said, I didn't even implement all the stuff, I just implemented a few things and I got more business than I can handle. So what's the difference between those two guys? Well, assuming that this guy is actually doing what he says that he's doing, and if he is, it means he's probably doing it wrong. You make a sales call and you don't get the results making sales calls that other people. You don't have the closing ratio that other people have. Well, have you worked on your script? Have you tested different things? So once you begin to implement, you got to think about how you're going to implement that strategy. What is the best way? Go find the people who have the best ways of doing it. Peter Drucker, who's the late Peter Drucker, management guru, he wrote a book called Management Challenges for the 21st Century. And in that book, he said a successful organization, business, nonprofit, whatever, is based around three things: assumptions, strategies, and discipline. In other words, you can have the right on assumptions that people will do business with me, and you can work your butt off, but if the strategy isn't the right strategy for what it is that you're wanting to do, or you don't do the strategy right, it's not going to work for you. right? So that's the tip of the day. I want you to this weekend or Tuesday, whenever you see this video, think about how you're actually implementing the strategy. Are you absolutely sure that the way, the steps, the methods that you're using are the best ones? Or are you just trying to keep your head above water? So improving closing ratios, improving your sales scripts, improving your copy, improving your reward programs, improving how you communicate with people and how you network can be the difference between a lot of success and maybe not so successful. Now, Connections. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody that's going to Connections. And the other reason I have this watermelon out here is because at my session at Connections, which is the first day, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to have about a 3-hour session, 1 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, I believe it is. And I am going to share with you how to cultivate a bumper crop of new high profit, high end clients. So if you don't have enough business, if you don't have the kinds of clients that you want. See, the thing is I can plant watermelon seed, but I'm not going to get an apple. You know, I can plant an apple seed, I'm not going to get watermelon. Are you making the mistakes that I made by putting it on the wrong soil? And so what we're going to do in that session is we're really going to wrestle through all the different things that you can do and the best ways to do them, best practices. So, and by the way, we've been on the road, Dave and I, doing these Making a Difference tours, and we're doing a coaching experience where we basically get input from you of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And then we give you that feedback. And that's going to be the nature of my program at Connections. Instead of just throwing a bunch of information at you and you leave and say, oh, well, I do all that, I do all that. Well, are you doing it right? Let's dig deeper to find out what's really going on there. Do you just not have enough strategies, or are you just not doing it the right way? So we're going to talk about how to plant the right seed, how to grow that, and how to get high profit clients. Even in this economy, I got members right now that are doing business for presidents, ex-presidents. I've got celebrities, athletes. See, those people, the economy is not affecting them like it is everyone else. Well, there's no athletes or anybody in my... You'd be surprised at the high quality clients that are in your area that would do business with you if you're just using the right strategy, if you're planting the right seed and cultivating it the right way. So that's what we're going to work on at Connections. If you are just not absolutely full on your schedule, you're not reaching your sales goal, or how about this, you don't even have a sales goal. How about that? We're going to cover that at Connections, and so I look forward to seeing you there. I'll be wearing my Superman t-shirt, and my passion is your phenomenal success. Take care and happy Labor Day.